Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an Impact pay-per-view recently, a very good Impact pay-per-view with Impact Rebellion having just happened. I'm not going to cut that out, I'm going to keep it in. I'm talking some wrestling, and as I do with a lot of these Impact pay-per-views, I'm going to be talking about every return and debut and some crazy stuff that happened at Impact Wrestling's Rebellion event. Let's get into it. Oh, but before we get into it though, the majority of you watching aren't subscribed, so do consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe. And yeah, turn those notifications on so you never miss a video. Loads more content coming soon, but I'm gonna stop wasting time. Let's just get into this video finally.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero Kurt Angle, and you are watching Top 10 Wrestling. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
So the first big debut / return to take place on the show was a debut that was rumoured before. It was kind of being reported on before, but I wasn't expecting it to happen tonight. However, it's been well known that Eric Young is injured, so going into this match, him being advertised, it was kind of questionable why he would be in the match, but lo and behold, he was replaced in the match by the debuting Big Cass, now being known as W. Morrissey. I'm not a fan of that name, I must say, but either way, it is what it is. I know he can't be Big Cass, and he's, I believe, Kaz XL was his name on the indie scene. It's fine, because he looked incredible. He is so jacked, he is in great shape, just has an amazing look, and he's came in, joined the top stable in the company, and absolutely looked incredible in this match. He was the one who got the pinfall over Willie Mack to win for his team, and he just looked so good. He was dominant, and within one appearance of Impact, this guy is reinvented. Like, he looks amazing, and I'm so excited to see where he goes, and I would never think I'd say that about bloody Big Cass. But he looks great, and I'm really excited to see where it goes with him, honestly. Violent by Design has been a great stable. Eric Young has been brilliant since coming back to Impact, and he has reinvented the career of Cody Deaner, who in 2009 was a comedic jobber who was teamed with ODB and challenging for the women's title. Joe Doering, someone who I knew nothing about, he is awesome in this stable, this monster. And of course, Rhino, I've always been a big fan of, and him being in the stable is kind of helping further his career as well, and there's so much interest with Heath probably returning soon. And now with Big Cass as the 5th member, like, it's just so good. This faction is just full of monsters. I mean, now that Eric Young can't compete, what? You've got Cody Deaner, Joe Doering, Rhino, and Big Cass, these 4 jacked dudes in this stable. Like, it's so awesome. Next up, we had the debut match of Rachel Ellering, who did debut actually on this past Impact, being revealed as Jordynne Grace's partner to take on Fire and Flavor for the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championships. Rachel Ellering, formerly in WWE, I believe as Rachel Evers and Rachel Ellering, they kind of switched between the names. And of course, the daughter of famous manager, formerly managing AOP most recently, Paul Ellering, who I've met before and was so funny. That's completely off topic, but Rachel Ellering on her debut match for TNA, or Impact even in 2021, I still accidentally call them TNA. In her debut match, she's won a title, which I can't remember the last time that actually happened in Impact Wrestling, where someone debuted and won a title, because her and Jordynne Grace captured the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championship, which I'm really happy about, because Jordynne Grace now, after she didn't really get her chance with the Knockouts title because of the pandemic, really excited that she gets to have another title reign, and now she's held both Knockouts belts, which is an awesome and huge achievement, and I'm so gassed because Jordynne Grace is absolutely incredible. But her and Rachel Ellering had great chemistry, they worked really well together, they're both like powerhouses, and I think this team's going to be really good, and I can't wait to see where they go with the Knockouts tag titles, and I'm very happy for Rachel Ellering. Like, she got done dirty in WWE, and she's came and debuted and won a title on her debut. That is incredible. Next up, we had the return of a former Knockouts Tag Team Champion, in fact, the inaugural Knockouts Tag Team Champion, and a former Knockouts Champion. She came back after Deonna Purrazzo defeated Tennille Dashwood, and Taylor Wilde was the one who came back and beat down Susie, Kimberly, and Deonna Purrazzo. So, yeah, this is awesome. It was announced in advance that Taylor Wilde is coming back. Taylor Wilde is one of, if not maybe my favorite TNA knockout of all time, probably up there as one of my favorites. She is always been brilliant, and she was so good in TNA. It's been 10 years since she's wrestled, so really excited to see her back. And yeah, it was announced in advance she'd be coming back. I thought she was maybe going to return on an Impact, but she's returned here and immediately involved herself in a women's title feud, which is really cool. Like her and Deonna Purrazzo, I think it's really cool how Deonna Purrazzo has faced people like Jazz, who's a former, a legend of the wrestling business, ODB, who's a former TNA Knockouts champion and an original TNA Knockout, and now she's going to be facing Taylor Wilde, who's the same. Bloody hell, my voice just broke. And yeah, I'm really excited to see where this goes, because Deonna Purrazzo is probably one of the best women's wrestlers in the world today. She is so damn good, one of my favorites, and she's had such a great Knockouts title reign. I'm interested to see if Taylor Wilde will be the one to end it, but in general, I'm interested to see where Taylor Wilde goes. I think it's very interesting they debuted her, and she's immediately going for the Knockouts title. Next up, we had the debut, or the one-time appearance. I'm hoping it's a debut so we can actually see more of him, but I think it's only just a one-time appearance of Mauro Ranallo, who commentated the Kenny Omega versus Rich Swann title versus title match. Mauro Ranallo is very good. There are certain criticisms I have of Mauro Ranallo, like his constant pop culture references, but the guy is, in terms of like reacting to the big moments, he's the best we've had since Jim Ross with the Good God Almighty. He easily the best we've had since then, maybe other than like Don West and Mike Tenay. Since he's the best since then, because what a legendary commentary team that was. But Mauro Ranallo, it was really cool to see him back in wrestling, because I was never expecting him to be commentating and wrestling again. Like I said, who knows if this is a one-time appearance or not. Either way, great to see Mauro back in the ring, even if it's just a one-time thing. And I thought he did really great, and I'm really happy that he commentated this match, because he helped add to it. Then we had the debut of Aubrey Edwards, the AEW referee. She refereed this match. That's all there is to say. By the way, I actually really like Aubrey Edwards. I just don't really know what else to say. She refereed the match. She's a good referee. Boom, there we go. And we had what I believe is the singles debut of Kenny Omega. In Impact, Kenny has been part of 2 6-man tag team matches, but never been part of a singles match, a one-on-one singles match, I should clarify. And this was his first one, obviously title versus title, and Kenny Omega now holds the AEW World Championship, the Impact World Championship. I didn't realize that he's also kind of holding the TNA Championship, which is so damn awesome that he has all these 3 titles. So that is really, really cool. And I'm really interested to see where Kenny Omega goes with this, because it means we're going to get more singles matches from him, because he'll be defending the title. I think even more interesting is he going to defend the title on AEW? Who's going to actually beat him? Because right now he's pretty untouchable in Impact, so I don't know who could possibly beat him. Maybe Samoa Joe. Oh my god, maybe it's going to be Samoa Joe. I just thought of that. Oh my days. And yeah, as I always do at the end of these videos, I talk about what upcoming returns and debuts we could be getting. And there's a lot to discuss here, so I'm going to keep it very short, because obviously there was the recent releases from the WWE. So Samoa Joe is someone we could see. Mickie James is someone we could see. Both of them obviously being former TNA wrestlers. Samoa Joe, former world champion, X Division champion, tag champion. He did everything. Mickie James, a former women's champion. And there's also the chances of the debuts of the Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. Oh yeah, Chelsea Green, formerly Laurel Van Ness. She was meant to be a tag partner with Deonna Purrazzo in NXT, and she's a former Knockouts champion, so that could easily work. That's the story right there. And then there's the other releases that took place, which I believe are Mojo Rawley, Tucker, Wesley Blake, Kalisto, and Bo Dallas, who are people we could definitely see in Impact, depending on if Impact want to sign them. But I think the ones I mentioned before are probably the ones more likely to join, but I'm not against any of those guys joining Impact either. I think Impact could make something out of any of them. And that's it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Every Return and Debut series, I guess. With Slammiversary coming up as the next pay-per-view, the next major pay-per-view in Impact, I will have a good video for that, because I'm expecting, just like last Slammiversary, to see a fair few debuts. It's really, really lucky how Impact has kind of fell into this, how WWE has done releases on the exact same day the past 2 years, meaning Slammiversary is a really hyped and looked forward to event like it was last year. There was so much hype for it last year. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm looking forward to watching this next few weeks of Impact. I think the best debut was probably Big Cass and Taylor Wilde. Really cool seeing them. And yeah, goodbye and keep on rolling.